Hey everyone, this is Jason. We're looking at a similar example to one of your problems in your absolute value inequality lesson. This one is similar to the word problem. We've got a machine shop that creates metal screws that are 6.4 millimeters in length, and the machine shop allows a margin of error of 2/100ths of a millimeter. So we're going to write an absolute value inequality that shows the setup for the margin of error, and then we're going to get a set of values to represent the range of acceptable lengths. So let's take a look at what we have to do here. Step one, we're going to set up an absolute value inequality, which is like this. We're going to do x minus the acceptable or stated length and there's my absolute value sign. Let me make this one look more like an absolute value sign here. And then it's going to always be less than or equal to the margin of error. So that's how we're going to set this up. So what's the stated length or the acceptable length? Well, that's 6.4. So we're going to have the absolute value of x minus 6.4 is less than or equal to margin of error. The margin of error is 0.02. So that's the absolute value inequality. That's step one of the process. Step two is now to solve that absolute value inequality. Now, because this one is a less than, I like to write it like this. When I set up my cases, I can set up my cases with the original statement in the middle, so x minus 6.4, and then we're going to put our absolute value, or not our absolute value, our inequality sign on both sides with the margin of error on each side. One side, the right side has to be positive. The left side has to be negative. So if you're going to use this, this is how you set it up. And then you're going to solve the case from the middle. So we're going to add 6.4 to each side. 6.4, 6.4. So this gives you a one-step problem to solve so that you don't have to worry about cases and putting it back together and making sure you got it written right. Now, you can only do this when the variable is on the left and it's a less than inequality, less than. So it could be either one of these. So this is the only time you can set one up like this. So now we're going to add 6.4 to negative 0.2 on the left. That's going to give us 6.38 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to, if we add 6.4, we'll get 6.42. So final answer, because we're not done, we've just solved the problem. Our final answers with units of measures would be 6.38 millimeters is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 6.42 millimeters. And so the range of values is anywhere between 6 and 38 millimeters and 6 and 42 millimeters. So I hope this helps you with this similar problem in your lesson. If not, please let me know and I'll try to find you some additional resources to help you out.